All right, what's up, guys? It's your boy Soap coming at you on another episode of Careless Kingdom. Today we are out on the mighty BlueTran Lightning. I don't know if the camera angle's perfect. I forgot my Apple Watch today, and being that I forgot my Apple Watch, I can't really see where the camera's pointed. But I'm assuming we got a pretty good angle. And we're just going for a little ride anyways. Talk about how I feel about the BlueTran so far. Tell you some exciting news. And we'll go ahead and get into that exciting news immediately. If anybody's part of the Nanrobot Facebook group, keep in mind they do giveaways once a year, sometimes twice a year. And I just so happen to have won the D6 Plus 2.0 this year. So that's right, guys. We got another D6 Plus 2.0 on the way. This one I plan on keeping for a while and doing some videos with. I'm going to try to get a 360 camera once I get some money together so I can give y'all a little better angles when we're out and about riding. But as of now, of course, we're doing this kind of motovlog type setup, which I hope, is at least acceptable to most of y'all. I know I got a guy or a girl, I don't know, commented on my last video and said that they couldn't see much. I apologize about that. And I definitely see where you're coming from. 360 cam, to get some better angles would be nice. Unfortunately, I don't really make much money, most of the time no money, but much money off of YouTube. YouTube itself, no money. Affiliate sales, a little money. But yeah, guys, so everything I buy for this channel is basically out of my pocket. The Hiley we had gifted to us. The D6, I'm winning, where I won. So I won that fair and square. They did a whole live drawing where they put everybody's name in a bucket and they shook it up. I was a little worried at first that, maybe they would see I had a YouTube channel and play favorites. But no, I watched the video. They put everybody's name in a bucket and they shook it up. And my name drawed out. There was only 10 people, so it was a 1 in 10 shot. I just so happened to be the one. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, universe. Thank you, Nanrobot. I'm glad I won the scooter. Very glad. Because now I'm going to be able to share it with you guys. And to be honest with you, the D6 2.0 is the only scooter that I regret ever getting rid of. Now, as you know, I go through quite a bit of scooters, and I tend to end up selling them to friends or gifting them to friends. And that's just one, it gets me some more people to ride scooters with. And two, what we got going on up here? One, more people ride scooters with. And two, it leaves me room to buy some more stuff. So that's always cool. I'm not sure what they got going on there. But yeah, D6 on the way. Super excited for that. Of course, it's not going to be nearly as fast as this crazy-ass BlueTran Lightning. But it'll still do the job. And, if anything, it's way better in terms of an off-roader than this guy ever could be, ever would be, ever would want to be. And that's just because the suspension on this thing, it's made for the street. Same with the Hiley, to be honest. Both Hileys, the T10 and the T8, they're both street units. The T10 had a little bit better suspension, so if you went off a curb or something, it was okay. The T8 had that too, as long as you weren't 260 pounds like I am. But both fantastic street rides, without a doubt. But to be honest with you, this guy I'm on right now, this is the king of street. This is or at least in terms of what I've rode, this is the king of street. This is a big ass hill right here, and we can literally continue to gain speed up it if we wanted to. Turn on the turn signal. So I go up the hill. I like to brake a little early. It's because, as you see, it gets up to 40 miles per hour right there, so I don't want any cars to think that I'm going up to 40 and get past me. Now, this is a huge incline. As you can see, I mean, like, it barely wants to take off from the incline. But once we get going, you see that speedo? 22, 23, 24, 25, 27. I can imagine if I was a light guy, like if you're 160 pounds and you get on this thing's going to be a fucking rocket ship. Like a literal fucking rocket ship. Like, I don't know if you're even going to be able to keep the tires from spinning constantly. Speaking of tires, though, I have the opportunity to test out, kind of beta testing some tires for some folks. I don't want to mention them quite yet, just because I haven't gotten them on. I'm probably going to put them on the D6. I thought about putting them on this guy, but this guy already has some pretty nice street tires, so I'm just going to leave the street tires on here, and I'm probably going to put them on the D6 to give them a test. Probably won't keep them on the D6, but I'll definitely put them on the D6. And they seem really nice. They kind of seem like a PMT tire, so like not quite, PMT quality. But then again, to be honest with you, I've never had a PMT tire, so they could be every bit of PMT quality, and I just don't know what I'm talking about. So, maybe the guys didn't pick the best person to give them to. But at the same time, I'm definitely going to ride around on them, get at least 100 miles or so on them, and give y'all my opinion on if they're good tires. And I'm sure they're going to be good tires. They smell like real rubber. That's one thing I noticed. They weren't in a box or anything. UPS really screwed them on shipping, and it took like 3 weeks to get to me. Not their fault at all. 100% UPS's fault. But yeah, it took a while to get to me. And when it did get to me, I don't know if they shipped them in a box, and then maybe the box just broke or something. But they weren't in a box, and I could still smell the rubber. So, I mean, that's a great sign. That means they're real rubber, no BS. So we're full throttling right here, 32, 34, starting to gain speed, got a lot off now. But this is a very big hill, and I'll show y'all here in a minute quite how big we are and how much we've climbed, because we're still climbing. And I know the camera never does it justice, literally never. But yeah, I bought a new kayak. I bought one of those little inflatable kayaks. I forgot what the brand's called. It's like Silver or something like that. I think it's an offshoot of Coleman. But I bought one of those, and I was going to take it out today. But let you guys know, I've never rode a kayak. Never in my life been in a kayak. And it's only 60 degrees today, and it's been cold. So I was like, man, I don't want today to be the day I fall in the water. So I decided, we're not going to do that. And we put the brakes on doing that for today. So let's see. Let's stop here so I can kind of give you an idea. So I don't know if you can see out there, but that's how far we're up. We're really, really, really high up. I mean, we're on top of a mountain right now. And again, the BlueTran, no problem. She likes it. I haven't had it overheat on me. Haven't had it slow down on me. Haven't had the battery go dead on me. I mean, shit, we're at 79 volts still after riding. We came one town over, went up a fucking mountain, and we're still at 79 volts. Full voltage is 84 volts, so we still got a long way to go in terms of battery. more than I'm going to want to ride. Which I'll be honest with you, that's one thing. The D6 has a great battery life on it for being a 52 volt and how small, it is. It's not like this guy's a 35 amp hour. I don't remember what the D6 is, but I want to say it's a 52 volt, like 20, 21, 22 amp hour. But I mean, it's a hefty battery. It gets the job done. I've rode it like 3 towns over and back. My old one had a little bit of a problem of overheating until I opened the battery, and all I did was situated the battery better and situated the controllers better, because the controllers weren't touching any metal. They were just on their side, and they were wrapped around like in a nest of wires, and they were overheating. That's what the problem is. So once I set it in there, got the wires out, and it's one big controller on the D6 2.0. So once I got the wires out and underneath it, and I made sure that it was setting flush with the metal, I really didn't have that problem again. So honestly, with the new D6, I might not even have to do that. That might be something that they've already done. But of course, we'll pop it open and we'll take a look. The D6, if I'm not mistaken, I think it tops out right at about 40-ish miles per hour. So it's pretty quick. Not as quick as this guy. Doesn't have the takeoff as this guy. Doesn't have the hill climbing ability as this guy. But for a scooter, it's still fucking wild. Like, it's going to pull these hills like it ain't nothing. But it's not going to do it nearly as fast. And we know that because I went and rode with the fella who had my old D6, and I was on this the other day, and we went to Walmart, which if y'all watch that video, if not, look up taking a D4 Plus 2.0 to Walmart and back. You see those are the biggest mountains. Like, that's the biggest mountain that I could take. And it's not that he didn't make it. He made it fine. But I turned around at one point and I was like, where the hell did he go? And it's because this thing was just ripping up those hills. And the D6 climbing, but not ripping. Climbing, though, no problem. But I miss the suspension on the D6. Like, this thing still has my feet hurting a little bit, so I got to move around. But that's one good thing about it, is it's got the big-ass deck so you can move around, which the D6 does as well. It's just the D6, that plush suspension, kind of helps you where you don't need to move around as much. Especially if you're somebody like me, who I just have messed up feet. My problem with my feet isn't that they're flat, it's that my arches are too big. So I kind of walk on the side of my feet, and I kind of stand on the side of my feet too. So whenever I'm doing that on a scooter, and you know how planted you are on a scooter, it tends to get them to start hurting. But I'll tell you, this thing is kind of dangerous in the way that it feels so steady that, like, I'm not really scared of it in any manner. But at the same time, it's quick. I know I mentioned that a couple times. It's really quick. Very, very quick. Like, you can look down and you think you're going 25, 30, and you're going 40. So this is one I definitely always wear a full face on. The D6, I think you could get by with not wearing a full face at times, as long as you're going slower. But this guy, you're going to want to always wear a full face. And be honest with you, even on the D6, if you're not wearing a full face and you crash, there's a good chance you're going to go over the handlebars and you're going to smack your face. So take my advice with a grain of salt. You should probably wear a full face. There's not much more. Like, I see a lot of people on the scooter groups. Every once in a while, you got the asshole who posts the picture of the bikers, and he's like, men back then, men now. First of all, if y'all are subscribers of mine, or if you just look through my channel at all, you see that I got motorcycles as well. So I ride scooters, motorcycles, e-bikes, e-skates, etc. Because I'm not a little fucking wiener guy, you know. That's a micro-penis type move, if you know what I mean. But yeah, to be honest with you, if you're out there going 30, 40 miles per hour on an electric skateboard or a scooter, you're in a lot more danger than going 30 and 40 miles per hour on a motorcycle. I don't give a fuck if it's a liter bike, if it's a 250, if it's a fucking 125cc fucking Grom or something like that. You're still in a lot more danger on little 10-inch tires going 40 miles per hour than you are on a motorcycle going probably twice that, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not afraid at all with my Hulk 250. But at the same time, I know this guy going 40, 50 miles per hour, if I eat shit, it's going to fucking suck. It's not saying that I can't eat shit on the Hulk. It's just the Hulk or a motorcycle's a motorcycle, you know? It's made for that. You don't see people dying every day going 30, 40 miles per hour on a motorcycle unless they hit like some gravel or something. It's usually people out there on their leader bikes and shit, you know, going 120, 130, and they smash into a guardrail, and that's how they die. So overall, much more safe being on a motorcycle than a scooter or a e-skate. Little lady waved at me. Kids love the scooter. And that's one thing, you know. If you're worried about looking cool on a scooter, fucking stop. You're on a fucking scooter. You're not going to look cool. I'm not out here right now going, oh yeah, hey ladies, look at me, I'm fucking cool. If anything, I'm like, yo, what's up, dude? Check this fucking thing out, you know? It's just like dudes who buy fucking cars, like expensive cars, right? Like, you might think a couple chicks are like, oh, that's a nice car. They don't fucking care. Other dudes care, dude. Other dudes care. And that's who cares about your scooter. Other dudes. And kids. Everybody else thinks you look like a fucking dork. And you know what? That's okay. It's A-okay. I'm not out here like, oh man, I look like a fucking dork. I'm out here like, yeah, I look like a fucking dork. And I'm having a good time doing it. And anybody who yells shit at me, they're like, oh, you know, you fucking, they're like, oh, you know, you're not cool, fucking nerd and shit like that. They're just jealous. They wish they had the fucking balls to go out and look like a fucking nerd and have fun. But they don't. Because they got tiny dicks and big trucks. Just remember that. Tiny dicks and big trucks. I'll make that into a shirt where people will buy it. See that dude in front of us? He's got a tiny truck. I bet you he's got a massive dick. Or it might even be a woman. She's still got a massive dick. We're just waiting. I got my waiting cashed in, and we're waiting for the S10 man. Keep them waiting. Just keep. Big bump. Oh. Alright. It's enough shit talking. It's enough riding around. It's enough having fun for today. Soapy's feet are starting to hurt. Is this person going to go slow as dirt? They are. Hold up. You got this. There we go. I told you we got this. Oh my God, no. No. Our worst nightmare. Another scooter. Alright, that probably wasn't the safest way to go over that bridge, but we had an old lady in front of us on a mobility scooter, which I'm surprised pull that hill. It's a steep one. And on the other side, we had to pass some dude. Well, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I'm back to working now, so not as much videos as before, but I'm going to still try to get out and get you at least one video a week, one video every other week. If something happens and this YouTube ever blows up, then hey, maybe I can do this thing full time. I would love to, share my adventures with you guys full time. So with that being said, thanks for watching. This is Soap. You're watching Careless Kingdom. We are out on the BlueTran Lightning, aka the best scooter that you can't buy. I hope that's a lie. I hope that MiniMotors ends up selling it again here in the U.S. If you're not in the U.S., you can still get it, but if you're in the U.S., you can't. Anyways, enough yapping. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a fantastic evening. Bye-bye now.